You guys. I'm trying to see if I can get Chat Ninja working, and I'm still not... something's still not working correctly. Test, test. That's right, Bluminati. Hey, Gabe Harlan. That didn't work. Oh, well. Let's see. Wait a minute. Why did that? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I may have to close that other browser. All right, let's try that again. All right, so one of you guys type something in. Let's see if that fixed it or not. Nope, on the edge. Hey. I'm going to shut down some stuff here. Technically, it's supposed to be working. And it's not. Wait a minute. Let me try this. I may have to do something here. Mine. There it is. Okay. I think I may actually have to. Hey, there we go. Got it working. I think. Somebody put another message in there. Please. Boom. Got it working. Awesome. Okay. He did something. I did something. I was on the edge. He did something. Someone. He did it. There you go. Blue. Yep. Got it working. Now I gotta see if I can make it a little. Let's see. Let's test some stuff out here. Come on now. There we go. All right. Overlay. All right. Somebody say something again. We'll try this. Anybody? Somebody? Someone? Something. That didn't make it any bigger. Okay. Green page split mode. But it's not a huge deal. I can expand it like that. Let's see. You guys may have not even seen it a while ago. Okay. There you go. Luminati says, say something. He's giving up on us. All right, I think that might be a little bit too large on the large screen. Nonetheless, it's working. I had it on the preview scene, but I hadn't transitioned it over to the main screen, so it's definitely working now. And now I can play with it some more and get some other things working. Awesome. All right, you guys. That's all that was me trying to figure this out and get it working. And I appreciate y'all hanging out for another few minutes, trying to get it working. Blue says, it's alive, it's alive. Now I want to see if I can figure out how to make it automatically disappear after about a minute or something. Because there'll be times when I'll be chatting and talking, and then I'll look up, there's a message that's been up there for quite a few minutes. All right. Neil McKenzie says, welcome to the Everyday Crew. Neil, thank you, man. Appreciate it. I got to figure out sound so that I can do that now. That's the next step. I appreciate that, Neil McKenzie. Neil and Bluminati sent the... I clicked on the wrong one. Bluminati sent some emojis there. Neil says, I'm back in the club. Bluminati says, on to the next test. Absolutely. I may or may not come back in here tonight, but I appreciate you guys doing that. Oh, I can change styling. Ooh. Around the edges. Let's see what that does. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Okay. But I think there can be... Let's see if this changes things. TC Blade says, hey, Tommy, Bluminati, Neil. And Blue said, TC. Awesome. Okay. This is working like it is smaller. Is that too small, or does it need to be larger on you guys' screen? I tried a different... and I don't know if this is changing anything or not. It didn't really look. TC says, Super Chat, congrats on OBS. Very cool. Hey, that was different. It actually showed the Super Chat color. That's awesome. Luminite says, it's good for me. Well, that was... I haven't seen that before. I like that. Gave it a little extra oomph right there. Thank you, TC. You still struggling with OBS? Dude, the last two or three lives that I had, this wasn't working, because I think what happened is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had an issue and I hit reset. Well, it reset it all right. And I couldn't get it back working. And Ron mentioned something tonight about a link, and so I had to go back in and set everything up. And so now I'm trying to play with it. I can have effects. Ooh, let's try that. Well, that didn't fade in. We'll leave that, see what happens. Ooh, messages slide in from right. I may like that better. that definitely didn't work out just yet. Ooh. Very cool. I may have to play with some of these settings some more. It didn't slide in from the right like I thought it would. And I'm sorry, I can't talk and read at the same time and figure all this out. Chat overlay. Wonder if you have to. Oh. Okay, hang on. Copy link. Let's try this. I think I have to actually. It changes. Paste. Okay. All right. Let's see if this does anything. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No. Let's I gotta go fix that. So that changes. What was it? Oh, I done it now. Done it. What's the little red button do? Overlay page. I got into some kind of settings and have may have messed it up just a little bit. Maybe. Wait. There we are. Nope. That's not it. He. Oh, there we are. Okay. Featured chat overlay. All right. Let's try this. Because I don't like that at all. That's where we were. Let's see if we can do this. Nope, we don't like that either. Okay, we're going back to the I'm going back to the classic. Copy link. Gotta go back in here and change that. Oh, there's that. Paste. Okay. There we go. I like that better than there's Mick Ranger. Hey. Dragoon, be nice. It's working now. Dragoon says, oh, hey, look, it works. And now Blue is rapping. Oh, my. What have we done? Blue, it's way past your bedtime, isn't it, mister? Are you getting silly now that it's, okay, what can I do here? Now I want to figure out how to make it disappear after a few minutes. Ah, here we go. Auto hide message after. What's 30,000 milliseconds in seconds, y'all? Okay, I think I may have to copy the link again. Let's try this. It says it. Okay, let's try that. All right. McRanger says blue doggy dog. All right, so let's see. If I don't do anything, it should disappear in just a few minutes here, seconds. If I did it correctly. Hey, it worked. That worked. Awesome. Hey, on the edge. Luminize at 30 seconds. Do y'all hear that beep when I clicked on it? Because that was a super chat. It actually beeped. Thank you so much for that, On the Edge. Appreciate that. That worked too. Awesome. Blue said 30 milliseconds, 30 seconds. Yep. All right. I haven't clicked on it, and you actually disappeared, Blue, on the previous one. So, or somebody's did. There it goes. That's awesome. It's working. You heard the beep? Okay. That is awesome. There's all kinds of stuff to play around with. I feel better about getting it working, though. But I told you guys on the live, I hate it when I can't get something working, and I usually stay up way too late trying to get it working. On the Edge says, all right, all right. That's right. All right, all right, all right. Now, I need to... Oh, I can do a custom beep. All right. Oh, yeah, boy. I'm liking that. I like the way that it brings up you guys' logos too. Stumbo said, awesome, you got it working. Yeah, oh, that's okay, Blue. I got back on here once I thought I figured it out, and then we've actually got some other stuff working as well. So, I've got it auto disappearing messages after about 30 seconds, and it'll beep if there is a super chat, and I click on that, so it helps me to make sure that I'm recognizing those properly. So that's cool. And I like the way OBS actually, it highlights the message on the Chat Ninja if you've highlighted it or not. So if I miss highlighting something, I can go back and fix that. All right, is the size of the down here in the corner, is that good for you guys, or does that need to be a little bit bigger? But Stumbo's got the puppy dog there. Very cool. And on the edge, let's see. Now, it didn't beep that time. So it's not just for super chats. It's if there was a, what's it say here? New donation. So if it's a paid super chat, don't nobody do that. I wonder if I can make it. There's a way to beep when there's a new message, and I don't think I want it beeping every time there's a new message. I'm checking some of the things here. Options, save avatar. No. Use a custom fallback one. Message text to speech. No, we're not doing that. Some text to speech. Visibility. Huh. I like also how it shows you guys that that have memberships. It'll show that you're a member there at the bottom. No, I do not want to go full tri-state. I can't watch tri-states because of the sound effects that would be coming from the computer speakers. But I like this. This is pretty cool. Round edges. Use font of messages. Okay. Ooh, there's effects. Fade in and out instead. Hey, let's try that. I do want to try that. Now I gotta copy the message. Copy the link again. Copy the link. I gotta go back into here and go to properties and paste. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's popping in instead of, there you go. I like that. Good deal, Blue. Thank you for being here. Well, it says I always use my laptop while I'm on the net, but I've been working on cleaning my large room office downstairs that has a nice desktop with dual monitors. And on the edge, I'm actually in my office now instead of in my little workshop area. And that's one of the reasons I've got 3 monitors in here, where I had the laptop, which was not positioned very good, and then a smaller monitor up on a shelf. And so I was actually having to look up a little bit at that monitor. And now I have stuff spread out where I can actually mess with it and not have to go find windows or browser windows or tabs or anything like that. I think that's going to help. I think the lighting is okay. I hope the audio is okay. Blue says I missed all kinds of lives today. was out in the cold most of the. Ugh. It was not. It was very nice here today. I have to say, I was outside a little while, and I ended up coming out of the hoodie and just doing t-shirt. Blue says, "Wait, they let you out of that closet? Woohoo!" Yeah, you guys got to see that closet a couple of weeks ago when I couldn't get the camera to work correctly. But that's my normal area. But here in the office, I can actually sit down and be comfortable and have stuff here on the desk. And I think that's going to work a whole lot better going forward. And I can actually do my, but yeah, you're right. Thanks, Blue. Appreciate that. I can connect the laptop down there and have 3 monitors. That's the way I have here. I have a laptop monitor. There's a 24-inch monitor. I think it is. No, 32-inch monitor. And then I have a 24-inch monitor. I think it is. Or maybe a 22. I have basically a smart TV as my center monitor. So like I say, a lot better layout here. And I've got the mount here. As long as I don't move that mount, I'm good to go. But this is good. I think this is going to work pretty good. And it disappeared the message. I like how it highlights that membership too. It kind of has a light going across it, not like it was. Yeah. Yeah, it says dual 24s for me. Yeah, I'm getting older. I like the larger screens for sure. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do with this. And it says I got it. Okay, then you. Okay. Very cool. That's right, Blue. It gives the membership tag a twinkle. All right, now if I can get the sounds working, I think we are. You sound pretty old, kiddo. I'm older than I'm older than I look and sound. Coworkers thought I was in my 40s, and I'm like, yeah, no. Early 40s, and I'm like, no. I'm 54, so I'm not old, but there's some days I feel like I'm getting up there. My ankle just I was working on a deer stand on a box blind because I'm getting old. I was working on a box blind Saturday and could barely walk. Sunday, I must have tweaked my ankle doing something. But there's some trees and roots that we were having to work around that I couldn't cut. I cut a lot of them. But I still must have stepped wrong or something, and my foot wasn't happy. It's much better today though, so I am not going to complain. On the edge says I'm about as old as my picture. Yep, that's really me, and I'm not going to try to figure that one out on the edge because I would probably not get it right. My beard is white. So, and I'm 54. So, it's my beard's white with a slight dark streak right in the middle. So yeah. Blue says I'm 45 going on 90. And Neil McKenzie says I'll be 60 in 5 months. Yep, I'm a little bit behind you there, but that's okay. But Stumbo says it really sucks when your body doesn't agree with your mind, which absolutely. On the Edge says, I'm 65. My dad is 80. Let's see, 81. He just turned 81, so but on the Edge, that means you can retire soon, right? Mick says the days of tweaking things over nowadays. I just break. I haven't broke anything yet, but somehow I tend to have, over the past 10 years or so, somehow I managed to have several bouts of gout, and I don't drink. I don't do anything crazy. I haven't quite figured out what it is. It just starts every once in a while, and but I have figured out a good way to combat it. Bloomin' Eye says, even worse when falling off the porch fixes what the chiropractor messed up. You need to find you another chiropractor then, Blue. And my chiropractor has helped me out a bunch of times, but I'm picky. I can't stand one of the I can't stand the chiropractors that twist you and pop you. And I've got another one that's yeah. On the Edge says, yeah, my dear mama is 88, the only one left in the family of her generation. And on the Edge, the older we get, the more that happens. I was fortunate enough to have both great grandparents for a good while, and just lost my grandmother on my dad's side 2020. Lost my mom at the end of 2019, my grandmother in 2020, and then her brother in 2021, I think it is. And then their youngest sister passed away last year, so she was the last one of that generation. She had just turned 99. So, I've got good genes on that side, but not so good on my mom's side. We'll see how it goes. Mick says, I got more my titanium in my body than you have on that desk. Oh no, that's not good, Mick. On the Edge says, only met 2 of my grandparents and they passed in the 90s. Yeah, I knew my grandmother for a good long time on my dad's side. My granddad passed away, I want to say about 10 years ago. My grandparents on my mother's side, he passed away in his 50s. Probably about the same age I am now. And I was like 5 years old, but I still remember that. But then my grandmother passed away in about 6 months after I got married. So I was the oldest grandson, but I was the last grandson to get married, and she passed away not too long after I got married. Mick says, my grandma passed away when I was 8, but she was 103. Awesome. And it says, blessed to still have my mother. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good thing, man. And truly blessed to still have your mom. Dragoon says, speaking of titanium, anyone want to buy a concept entity? On the Edge, EDC's at 70s. And Neil McKenzie said, one of my great-grandfathers was a pitcher for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Awesome. That's very cool. On the Edge says, my grandmother on my dad's side passed when he was 10, and dad passed at 38. Oh, and that's hard, man. That's hard. Dragoon says, I'm the youngest here at 41. Mick says, I'm also blessed enough to be able to take care of my mother and keep her on the right. Absolutely. Dad's still doing pretty good. I mean, he's 81 and still getting around. He's off visiting right now. Been out of state for about 3 or 4 weeks. No, not quite. About 3 weeks. Mick says, I'll never, no, don't take any of those stuff for granted. I still kick my mom was in and out of the hospital. She had COPD, she had diabetes, she had a lot of stuff going on, and she was on dialysis, and she was all, it seemed like there was all time stuff happening, and they had called and said, wait, she's in the hospital, and so that was on Saturday, and we didn't go up there Saturday, and was planning on going up there Sunday after church, and Dad called and that Saturday night said she passed away. And I'm like, she wasn't in there for anything serious. It was just, I don't know. So Mick says, I never take any of those things for granted. That is pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, the other cool thing I like about Chat Ninja, it actually tells me what time the chat came in. So here we are. Mick says, what was his name, Neil, and what years did he play? And then on the edge says, man, I love hearing about famous relative and ancestors, do genealogy, and uncovered some good and not so good things. My sister did a lot of tracking on our family tree. It's pretty crazy. And then it's never a good thing when you lose your mom, especially when it was rather unexpected. She wasn't in the best of health, but she kept on ticking along for quite a while there. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay, so I need to leave that box up like that, because then if it's a longer conversation, then it fills in. On this, it says, I'm related to Abraham Lincoln through his mother. His grandfather was an ancestor of mine. Oh, does it do? Did it do icon? Yeah, it does. It does emojis and stuff. Cool. Mick says, my wife's stepfather was a huge Dodgers fan, and I have some of his memorability. Cool. Dragoon says, what knife sharpening system is Santa getting me for Christmas? I don't know. I like KME, but there are some others that are really cool too. And I like KME because it's the one I have and the one I'm used to. But there's some TS Profit's supposed to be really good too. Just saying. They say he used to keep score of the games. Now, and I've heard of that, folks that actually scored the games as they were listening to them or watching them back in the day. But that's pretty cool. I used to keep score when I was manager for the high school team, but that's way a long time ago. That's That's way too long. On the Edge says, I have a new TS Prof K03 Pro. I will sell at a reduced price. Great reduced price. Never used it. Dragoon, if you're the one, if you're being your own Santa, you probably want to check with On the Edge there. That's cool, Nick. I've heard of people doing that. That's a real fan right there that would sit and do that. Neil says his last name was Reeve. Don't know years. That's what I've been told. I bet you chat GPT to find it in a heartbeat. Or Grok. And it should be easy to find if putting in Brooklyn Dodgers. I think that's what you said, if I'm not mistaken. But that should be fun to look at. Dragoon says, On the Edge, as much as I appreciate the offer, even fell off the truck price. Might be too rich for me. Oh, man. On the Edge says, I'm related to Lizzie Borden plus the Bordens of the Borden Milk Company. I'm afraid that I've only been, my sister only traced us to the, back into some boats that left I can't even remember the town now, in Wales, and headed over here. Ironically, the name of Thomas Owens, apparently the Thomas part has stayed in the Owens family for a long time. Of course, my dad, my granddad, I think his granddad, all been had at least part of their entire name was Thomas. So anyhow, all right, you guys, it's 12:07. I think I've got this working. I can't believe y'all have come in here and hung out for a few minutes, but that's awesome. All right, you guys, have a good one. It's time for me to start shutting everything down and getting in bed. But I appreciate y'all helping me get this working, and I feel better. I like it. I like it better when I can highlight what you guys are saying and put it up on the screen there. So thank you so much, guys, for helping out with that. Y'all have a good night. Let's see. Wait a minute. Got some conversation on here. These board runs in my family too. That's not so crazy. Sometimes not. Now, for a funny weird thing, my great grandfather and great grandmother were first cousins. That used to happen. Nick says, "Okay, back to my Rangers game." All right, you guys, y'all have a good one. Thank you so much again for being here and helping get this working. And hope to see y'all guys again next week. And I don't think I have to put out a long form video tonight, so I'm going to shut it down. You guys have a good one, and really appreciate y'all. Have a good night.